So we can think about a motivation for the puja and for this Shakyamuni Buddha puja, and we can also think about the center in the flourishing of Dharma, and also in the projects that Geshe Punsak Sotram wishes to bring to fruition in the very near future. So the building or renovation of this Gompa or building of a new Gompa, and for other facilities in the centre to be upgraded to bring forth a very nice, a very welcoming, very beautiful environment for all people to visit and to enjoy, to practice the Dharma together. So may the Dharma and the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa flourish here in this centre. So we'll start on page 3 of the booklet. Sangye choran soki chonam la janchu badu dani kapsuchi tagi din sogi pe sonam ki chola panche sangye drupasho. Sangye choran soki chonam la janchu badu dani kapsuchi tagi din sogi pe sonam ki chola panche sangye drupasho. Sangye choran soki chonam la janchu badu dani kapsuchi dagi jin sogi pe sonam ki chola panche sangye drupasho. The foundation of all good qualities. The foundation of all good qualities is a kind and perfect pure guru. Correct devotion to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing and applying great effort, please best me to rely upon him with great respect. Understanding that the precious freedom of this rebirth is found only once is greatly meaningful to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly day and night takes its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, just like a shadow follows the body, the results of black and white karma follow. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be careful, to abandon even the slightest negativities and accomplish all virtuous deeds. Seeking samsaric pleasures is a door to all suffering. They are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish, bliss of liberation. Led by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teachings is keeping the Pradamoksha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Just as I fall into the sea of samsara, so of all mother, my greater beings, please bless me to see this training supreme bodhicitta and bear the responsibility of freeing my greater beings. Even if I merely develop bodhicitta without practicing the 3 types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to bodhisattva vows with great energy. Once I have pacified distractions to wrong object, correctly analyze the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the unified path of special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway, the fortunate one's supreme Vajra vehicle. At that time, the basis of accomplishing the Tuatam is keeping pure vows and samaya. As I have become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledges like my life. Then, having realized the importance of the essence of the Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up the 4 sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. Like that, may the Gurus who show the noble and the spiritual friends who practice it have long lives. Please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances in all my lives, never separated from perfect Gurus. May I enjoy the magnificent Dharma by completing the qualities of stages and paths. May I quickly attain a state of Vajradhara. Do we have dedications ready? So Shakyamuni Buddha Puja, establishing the merit field. By the power of the truth of the 3 jewels of the inspiration of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the great might of the completed 2 collections and of the pure and inconceivable Dharmadhatu, let this place where the deity hosts the peerless king of the Shakas and their are to be invoked. become a perfectly pure Buddha land created through the previous special vows of the teacher, the king of sages, with qualities of splendor like those of Lord Amitabha's land. Let its ground be of a nature of manifold jewels, as even of the palm of the hand, broad and spacious, soft and pleasant to touch, immaculate, bright, spread with manifold heavenly flowers, and the sweet fragrance of snakes, hearts, sandalwood. Their borders built of jeweled tiles, their banks strewn with the powder of gold, silver, and pearls, covered with graceful swaying upalas, komodas, and lotuses, adorned with various water birds, sweetly calling and joyfully soaring and hovering. Let lakes, ponds, and pools with the 8 properties make it beautiful. Let wish-granting trees of jewels bending and swaying beneath celestial gems, garlands of pearls, pendant jewels, nodding blossoms, and beautifully formed fruit, with sounds of true Dharma coming from the ringing of little golden bells, standing everywhere and adorning it well. So let the perfect pure ground appear. In its center, let there be a palace arrayed with the 7 precious things, most brilliant, emitting powerful beams of that completely fill measureless worlds of limitless extent, containing infinite different well-proportioned dwellings of the sphere of those who have completely transcended the 3 realms, arisen from the superior roots of virtue of those who have transcended the world, marked by the utterly pure and dominating knowledge, the abode of the Tathagatas with a community of bodhisattvas, frequented by infinite gods, nagas, yakshas, gandharvas, suras, garudas, kanaras, great serpent demons, human beings, and spirits, fixed in joy in the taste of the Dharma and great bliss, causing all the goals of every sentient being to be attained. Free of every stain of harmful defilement, bereft of all maras, a place of the manifestation of Tathagatas, excelling in the manifestation of all things, a vehicle of detachment from samsara through mindfulness, wisdom, great realization, quietude, and insight, entered by the door of deliverance, emptiness, signlessness, and wishlessness, resting on an array of kings of jeweled lotuses, adorned with infinite qualities, let the great palace appear. In its center, let there be gathered a lotus seat on a precious lion for the peerless teacher, the king of sage, and seats for all the rest of the Tathagatas of the Tendera and the Bodhisattvas, Hira and Pradika Aryas and their attendants. These places are in accordance with the special vows and might of each Arya, all beautiful. Let them appear everywhere, outside and in accordance with the high status. Let it be entirely filled with manifold, excellent, perfect record of gods and human beings, such as foodstuffs, clothing, ornaments, and music, described in the sutra, the 3 heaps and the vows of conduct of Bhadra. In whole oceans of clouds of let it be adorned with ornaments. Let all the Aryas take their seats, transform these offerings into such, accept them and enjoy them. Om Namah Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramandane Tathagate Hare Samasam Buddha Tayata Om Vajra Vajra Maha Vajra Mahadeya Vajra Mahavijra Vajra Mahabodhicitta Mahabodhi Manapasam Kramana Vajra Sabakama Avarana Vishadana Vajra Om Namah Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramandane Tathagate Hare Samasam Buddha Tayata Om Vajra Vajra Maha Vajra Mahadeya Vajra Mahavijra Mahabodhicitta Vajra Mahabodhi Manapas Kramana Vajra Savakama Avarana Vishadana Vajra So Om Namah Bhagavate Vajra Sara Pramandane Tathagateya Hare Samasam Buddha Tayata Om Vajra Vajra Maha Vajra Mahadeya Vajra Mahavijra Mahabodhicitta Vajra Mahabodhi Manapasan Kramana Vajra Avarana Vishadana Vajra Soha. By the power of truth, through the 3 jewels, of the blessings of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the power of the great might of the completed 2 collections, and of the completely pure inconceivable sphere of reality, may all these offerings become just so. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. We'll just recite them once each, and we will pause at the end of each one. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from the happiness that knows no suffering. And may all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger that holds some close and others distant. Om Samche Kungi Go Chi Dulce Punche Mite Jomse La Nona Malu Yandan Kengo Pei Chomden Koche Nede Shesu. Perfecter of ocean-like sets of non-attachment, faultlessness, imperturbation, all-inclusion, undistraction, unconfusion, method, power, vows, and wisdom knowledge. Homage to you. Mindfulness, efforts, the basis of psychic power, the supreme faculties and the amazing powers, the enlightenment factors and the Arya paths, all these you duly realized. Homage to you. In the 3 countless eons completing the 10 stages, to tame the gods, you became into Shita, the excellent being known as Svetaketu, you of infinite merits, homage to you. Knowing 'twas time, you happily entered the womb, were born from womb, engaged in youthful sports, went forth and lived in practices of austerity, realizer of all benefits, homage to you. Beneath the Bodhi tree, you overcame with the mind of loving kindness, Mara's force. All the conquerors of the 10 directions gave you empowerment. O great hero, homage to you. Having won the 5 super knowledges by the supreme Vajra-like Samadhi, you gained the unsurpassable awakening, leader of the world, homage to you. Abandoning all stains and their impressions, your wisdom knowledge grew completely full. So you're the world's refuge, even the gods, perfect Buddha, homage to you. You gained the triple kaya, bodies of great bliss and wisdom, with 5 certain features and with the elaboration still by nature and shown in all forms for others, homage to you. Your body gleaming like the king of mountains gives off infinite light just like the sun and shines all round with the marks and sign. Unparalleled protector, homage to you. With the true words of Dharma eloquence of excellent meaning, you proclaimed your lion's roar that fears no listener, all bedecked in 60 qualities, homage to you. You of the 5 wisdom knowledges, clear, unobstructed, of an unabiding equality, source of virtues, achieving all good for disciples, free of all concepts, Lord of the world and nirvana, homage to you. Discoverer of all virtues, worldly, disciples of the rhinoceros-like, conquerors' children, common and superior, supreme teacher of samsara nirvana, homage to you. Though you are free from all the bonds and fetters by infinite miracles that fulfill your vows, You benefit beings as long as samsara lasts. Sole friend of all beings, homage to you. Turning the excellent precious wheel of Dharma, you discipline beings very hard to tame and fix disciples in the three liberations, possessor of the 10 powers, homage to you. Knowing the season of your disciples' fortune, you entrusted the doctrine to the Aryas and manifested nirvana at Kushinagara, putting an end to sorrow, homage to you. That being's merits might yet be increased, your remains were turned in heaps of relics, serving as basis for the whole world's worship. You whose deeds are ceaseless, homage to you. Homage recollecting the 34 birth stories in the Jataka Mala of Ayasura. Once, Lord, when you took birth as a Brahmin, not bearing in compassion the misery of a tigress and her cubs, you gave your body, healer of affliction, homage to you. Once, when as King Sibi you were born, without regret you gave away all you owned to a blind Brahmin. Both your eyes you gave, you who made the blind see, homage to you. Once, when you were king of Kosala, recalling your previous life, you said, behold, this vast result of giving is but some sour gruel, teaching people true Dharma, homage to you. When you were the merchant heroic in giving, Mara, unable to bear it, created a fire pit, courageously across the pit of fire, made offering to an Arya, homage to you. When you were the merchant Avishaya, to the gods to test you, made all your goods disappear, but cutting grass and selling it, with its price you still sustained the needy, homage to you. When born as a master hare, you taught your followers Dharma, and to feed a hungry Brahmin, left in a fire yourself. Then Indra took you and showed to all this marvel, homage to you. Born as a Brahmin, living in forest austerities, though for 3 days a god took your austere food, still you gave without regret or attachment, living on joy of samadhi, homage to you. Born King Mitrabala, with love you looked after all beings, with your own flesh and blood you fed 5 yakshas, saying, when I'm a Buddha, I shall give you nectar, homage to you. Born as Prince Visvatara, you gave all you cherished away, including your wealth, elephant, son and daughter. By fearless giving, you made all beings happy, homage to you. Once born as a righteous king, you saved the lives of countless animals, not allowing their sacrifice. All your people you fixed in the law of 10 virtues, perfect in generosity, homage to you. When born king of the gods amidst the battle with the Asuras, you caught sight of a bird's nest and saved the young birds' lives, disregarding your own, keeper of morality, homage to you. When you were born a Brahmin, your master told you, Brahmins in distress were allowed to steal, but you replied that stealing was improper, perfect immorality, homage to you. When you were king of the Sibis, your minister offered Udam Yayandanti, but you said, though it costs me my life, I'll not commit adultery, keeper of pure morality, homage to you. When you were a great sea pilot by true factual words, you overcome the ocean's abyss and satisfies all this with manifold jewels, Suparaja, good crossing, homage to you. When you were king of fishes and little fish were harmed by the lakes drying up and various birds, you saved them by true words that made it rain, skillful, compassionate one, homage to you. When you were a quail, a forest fire encircled you, but by speaking true words, you turned it back, saved countless being lives and made them happy. You with the strength of truth, homage to you. Once when you were a Shakra, king of the gods, seeing a king and his court undone by liquor, you taught them by skilled transformation and set them in virtue. Matchless best guided beings, homage to you. Once, Lord, when you were born a wealthy Kshatriya, urged by detachment, perceiving the faults of desire, you abandoned all enjoyments of samsara and took the pure going forth, homage to you. Born into an illustrious Brahmin line, abandoned all wealth to meditate in the wild, made bad conditions the path, gave up thought of harming, and taught your companions the Dharma, homage to you. Once when you were a treasurer to a king, when you heard your virtues proclaimed by others, you gave up this life and joyfully went forth, perfect in morality, homage to you. Born a Brahmin, you left home and went forth, known as Kuda Bodhi, slighted by a king. You angered not, but welcomed him patiently and taught him homage to you. When born a king of geese, though caught in a snare, you had no fear nor wrath, but with skill and courage for King Brahmadatta and his attendants, you turned the wheel of Dharma, homage to you. When you were the wanderer Mahabodhi, you showed patience, not wrath, and to the king and his court who held wrong views, showed the true way things are, homage to you. When born as an ape, you carried up on your back a man fallen over a precipice. When this wicked man returned harm for kindness, you were patient, outstandingly helpful rescuer, homage to you. When you were born through compassion, a Sarara beast, the king attacking you fell into a chasm, but mounting him on your own body, you lifted him out. Sole friend of migrators, homage to you. When born as a Rurudriya through your compassion, you saved an exhausted man swept away by a river, bore his betrayal and turned the wheel of Dharma for the king and his retinue, homage to you. When you were a chief of monkeys and an army assailed your monkey tribe, in your compassion you made your body a bridge, saved the tribe. Astonishing great being, homage to you. When you were the ascetic Kashantavardhan, through king, you had your body cut in pieces, not wroth with him, once more in your compassion, you repay good for injury, homage to you. Born as a lord, Brahma gods in compassion, you taught Agandina, holder of evil views, the deep law of cause and dependent arising. You were beneficial in all ways, homage to you. Born an elephant in the dreadful wild, in mercy not bearing the plight of 7 people a king had banished, you gave up your body to feed them, perfect in patience, homage to you. Born as King Ayagra, iron house dweller, sick of samsara and driven by detachment, you strove in the practice of bodhicitta and samadhi, perfect dhyana, homage to you. When through compassion you took a buffalo's body, you bore a monkey's insult and taught some gods dependent arising of cause and effect. So you perfect in wisdom, homage to you. When through love for beings you took a bird's body, you cured a tormented lion and taught some gods the good path that pleases the O matchless supreme guide to beings, homage to you. Through infinite existences like these, enjoying insatiably, like an elephant bathing, difficult deeds for others, you were enlightened. O compassionate teacher, homage to you. So now the extensive light offering practice. So we have all these amazing lights to offer. So we have the lights to offer that we have here in the Gompa. And we also have the lights that have been offered in other centres around the world, FPMT centres and other centres and people's homes. And any other lights, like, you know, where it's dark on the other side of the world, there's many street lights, and any lights you can think of, we can offer them all. So before beginning your extensive offering practice, we generate bodhicitta, remembering to motivate for the success of particular projects, for people who have passed away or are sick, or for other specific purposes. So bringing to mind projects, the centre projects, personal projects, people you know who are sick or passed away, generating a motivation for them in your mind. And also generating that mind of refuge, strengthening that, and a bodhicitta. So we recite together. The purpose of my life is not only to solve my own problems and gain happiness for myself, but to free all beings from their problems and lead them to all happiness, especially the state of full enlightenment. Therefore, I myself must first achieve complete enlightenment. To do this, I must complete the 2 accumulations, the merit of fortune and the merit of wisdom. Therefore, I'm going to make charity of these light offerings and make offerings of these light to the merit field. So just remembering we're offering all these lights for the benefit of every single living being. So we just bless the offerings together. Oma ahum, oma ahum, oma ahum. I have received these offerings through the kindness of all sentient beings. These offerings are not mine. I make charity of the offerings to all the hell beings, predators, animals, humans, Soras and Soras. This is done to counteract the thought that the offerings belong to me. I am making these offerings on their behalf, and I and all other beings are going to make offerings to the Buddhas together. I generate great happiness at having accumulated infinite by thinking in this way. These offerings are given to every sentient being of each of the 6 realms, becoming whatever they need for both temporary and ultimate happiness. I actually make and mentally transform the offerings of humans and devas. May Samantabhadra clouds of offerings pervade the whole sky. So multiplying the offerings, the cloud offering mantra. Om Namah Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramandane Tadayadeya Ahare Samasam Buddha Tayata O Vajra Mahavajra Mahadeya Vajra Mahavijaya Mahabodhicitta Vajra Mahabodhi Manapasan Kramana Vajrasara Avarana Vishadana Vajrasoha Om Namah Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramandane Tadayadeya Ahare Samasam Buddha Tayata Om Vajra Mahavajra Mahadeya Vajra Mahavijaya Mahabodhicitta Vajra Mahabodhi Manapasan Kramana Vajrasava Kama Avara Dana Vajrasoha Om Namah Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramandane Tatagateya Ahare Samasam Buddha Tayata Om Vajra Mahavajra Mahadeya Vajra Mahavijaya Bodhicitta Vajra Mahabodhi Manapasan Kram Sabakama Avarana Vishadana Vadasoha. By the power of truth of the 3 ways sublime, the blessings of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the great wealth of the completed 2 collections, and the sphere of being pure and inconceivable, may these piles of clouds of offerings arising through trance by the Bodhisattvas, Arya, Samanabhadra, Manjushri, and so forth, unimaginable and inexhaustible, equal in the sky, arise and in the eyes of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas, their 10 direction, be received. So presenting the offerings, make offerings to all holy objects, visualizing them as manifestations of your own root guru, who is one with all other virtuous friends. Since a virtuous friend is the most powerful object in the merit field, by offering like this, you accumulate the most extensive merit. So we place our hands in the prostration mudra at our heart. So each time you make offerings, think that having received the offering, the Guru's holy mind experiences great bliss. First, we make offerings to all the holy objects here in this place. Every single tanka, statue, stupa, scripture, picture, sasa, relic, and prayer wheel, by seeing them as inseparable from our own virtuous friend, who is one with all other virtuous friends, I prostrate, offer, and generate great bliss. Then we make all these offerings both real and visualized to every single holy object in this country. All the statues, stupas, scriptures, pictures, all the centers, altars, every single altar in people's homes, the prayer wheels, sasas, and any virtuous friend in this country, by seeing them as inseparable from one's own virtuous friend. We present these offerings many times and in this way generate great bliss in all the holy minds. I prostrate, offer, and generate great bliss. Then we make all these offerings both real and visualized to every single holy object in India, including the Bodh Gaya Stupa, where 1,000 Buddhas will descend. Also, we make offerings to all the holy beings in India, including His Holiness the Dalai Lama and other virtuous friends that you have there, by seeing them as inseparable from one's own virtuous friend. We make the offerings many times and in this way generate great bliss in all the holy minds. I prostrate, offer, and generate great bliss. We make all these offerings, both real and visualized, to every single holy object in Tibet, the Joel Rinpoche in Lhasa that was blessed by Guru Shakyamuni Buddha himself, by seeing them as inseparable from one's own virtuous friend. We make the offerings many times and in this way generate great bliss in all the holy minds. I prostrate, offer, and generate great bliss. We make all these offerings, both real and visualized, to every single holy object in Nepal, including Bodhanath Stupa and Swayambhanath Stupa, and any virtuous friends in Nepal, by seeing them as inseparable from one's own virtuous friend. We make the offerings many times and in this way generate great bliss in all the holy minds. I prostrate, offer, and generate great bliss. We make all these offerings, both real and visualized, to every single holy object in other Buddhist countries, such as mainland China, Thailand, Taiwan, Burma, etc., by seeing all the holy objects as inseparable from one's own virtuous friend. We make the offerings many times and this way generate great bliss in all the holy minds. Prostrate, offer, and generate great bliss. We now make all these offerings, both real and visualized, to every single holy object in the rest of the world, by seeing all the holy objects as inseparable from one's own virtuous friend. We make the offerings many times and in this way generate great bliss in all the holy minds. I prostrate, offer, and generate great bliss. We make all these offerings, both real and visualized, to all the 10 direction Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, by seeing them all of inseparable from one's own virtuous friend. We make the offerings many times and this way generate great bliss in all the holy minds. I prostrate, offer, and generate great bliss. We make all these offerings, both real and visualized, to all the 10 directions, stupas, statues, and scriptures, by seeing them as inseparable from one's own virtuous friend. We make the offerings many times and in this way generate great bliss in all the holy minds. Prostrate, offer, and generate great bliss. We make all these offerings, both real and visualized, to Buddha Chenrezig, by seeing Chenrezig as inseparable from His Holiness the Dalai Lama and one's own virtuous friend. Make the offerings many times and in this way generate great bliss in all the holy minds. I prostrate, offer, and generate great bliss. We make all these offerings, both real and visualized, to the 7 medicine Buddhas, which is the same as making offerings to all the Buddhas. By seeing them as inseparable from one's own virtuous friend, we make the offerings many times and in this way generate great bliss in all the holy minds. I prostrate, offer, and generate great bliss. Then we make all these offerings both real and visualized to the Bodhisattva Ksitigarbha by seeing him as inseparable from one's own virtuous friend. Make the offerings many times and in this way generate great bliss in all the holy minds. I prostrate, offer, and generate great bliss. So now the actual light offering prayer. So we'll recite this 7 times. These actually performed and mentally imagined light offerings, the manifestations of one's own innate awareness, the Dharmakaya. These clouds of offerings equal in the infinite sky. I am offering to all the gurus and the 3 rare sublime ones, and to all the statues, stupas, and scriptures, all of which are manifestations of the Guru. I have accumulated infinite merit by having generated bodhicitta, having made charity to the sentient beings, and having made the actual light offerings to the Guru, Triple Gem, and to all holy objects of the 10 directions. Due to this merit, whomever I promise to pray for, whose name I receive to pray for, and whoever prays to me, principally servants, benefactors, and disciples, as well as all the remaining sentient beings, living and dead, may the rays of the light of the 5 wisdoms completely purify all their degenerated vows of Samaya right now. May all the sufferings of the evil gone realm cease right now. May the 3 realms of samsara be emptied right now. May all impure minds and their obscurations be purified. May all impure appearances be purified. And may the 5 holy bodies and wisdom spontaneously arise. These actually performed and mentally imagined light offering, manifestations of one's own innate awareness, the Dharmakaya. These clouds of offerings equal in the infinite sky. I'm offering to all the gurus and the 3 rare sublime ones, and to all the statues, stupas, and scriptures, all of which are manifestations of the Guru. I have accumulated infinite merit by having generated bodhicitta, having made charity to the sentient beings, and having made the actual light offerings to the Guru's triple and to all holy objects of the 10 directions. Due to this merit, whomever I promise to pray, whose name I receive to pray for, and whoever prays to me, principally servants, benefactors, and disciples, as well as all remaining sentient beings, living and dead, may the rays of the light of the 5 wisdoms completely purify all their degenerated vows of Samaya right now. May all the sufferings of the evil gone realm cease right now. May the 3 realms of samsara be emptied right now. May all impure minds and their obscurations be purified. May all impure appearances be purified. And may the 5 holy bodies and wisdom spontaneously arise. These actually performed and mentally imagined light offerings, manifestations of one's own innate awareness, the Dharmakaya. These clouds of offerings equal in the infinite sky. I am offering to all the gurus and the 3 rare sublime ones, and to all the statues, stupas, and scriptures, all of which are manifestations of the Guru. I have accumulated infinite merit by having generated bodhicitta, having made charity to the sentient beings, having made the actual light offerings to the Guru's triple and to all holy objects of the 10 directions. Due to this merit, whomever I promise to pray for, whose name I receive to pray for, and whoever prays to me, principally servants, benefactors, and disciples, as well as all remaining sentient beings, living and dead, may the rays of the light of the 5 wisdoms completely purify all their degenerated vows of Samaya right now. May all the sufferings of the evil gone realm cease right now. May the 3 realms of samsara be emptied right now. May all impure minds and their obscurations be purified. May all impure appearances be purified. And may the 5 holy bodies and wisdom spontaneously arise. Those actually performed and mentally imagined light offerings, manifestations of one's own innate awareness, the Dharmakaya. These clouds of offerings equal in the infinite sky. I'm offering to all the gurus and the 3 rare sublime ones, and to all the statues, stupas, and scriptures, all of which are manifestations of the Guru. I have accumulated infinite merit by having generated bodhicitta, having made charity to the sentient beings, having made the actual light offering to the Guru Triple Gem, to all holy objects. Due to this merit, whomever I promise to pray for, whose name I receive to pray for, and whoever prays to me, principally servants, benefactors, and disciples, as well as all remaining sentient beings, living and dead, may the rays of the light of the 5 wisdoms completely purify all their degenerated vows and samayas right now. May all the suffering of the evil gone realm cease right now. May the 3 realms of samsara be emptied right now. May all impure minds and their obscurations be purified. May all impure appearances be purified. And may the 5 holy bodies and wisdom spontaneously arise. May all these actually performed to mentally imagine light offerings and manifestations of one's own innate awareness, the Dharmakaya. These clouds of offerings equal the infinite sky. I am offering to all the gurus and the 3 rays sublime ones, and to all the statues, stupas, and scriptures, all of which are manifestations of the Guru. I have accumulated infinite merit by having generated bodhicitta, having made charity to the sentient, and having made the actual light offerings to the Guru, Triple Gem, and all holy objects. Due to this merit, whomever I promise to pray for, whose name I receive to pray for, and whoever prays to me, principally servants, benefactors, and disciples, as well as all remaining sentient beings, living and dead, may the rays of the light of the 5 wisdoms completely purify all their degenerated vows and samayas right now. May all the suffering of the evil gone realm cease right now. May the 3 realms of samsara be emptied right now. May all impure minds and their obscurations be purified. May all impure appearances be purified. And may the 5 holy bodies and wisdom spontaneously arise. These actually performed and mentally imagined light offerings, manifestations of one's own innate awareness, the Dharmakaya. These clouds are offering equal in the infinite sky. I'm offering to all the gurus and the 3 rare sublime ones, and to all statues, stupas, and scriptures, all of which are manifestations of the Guru. I've accumulated infinite merit by having generated bodhicitta, having made charity to the sentient being, and having made the actual light offerings to the Guru, Triple Gem, and to all holy objects of the 10 directions. Due to this merit, whomever I promise to pray, whose name I receive to pray for, and whoever prays to me, principally servants, benefactors, and disciples, as well as all remaining sentient beings, living and dead, may the rays of the light of the 5 wisdoms completely purify all their degenerated vows and samayas right now. May the sufferings of the evil gone realm cease right now. May the 3 realms of samsara be emptied right now. May all impure minds and their obscurations be purified. May all impure appearances be purified. And may the 5 holy bodies and wisdom spontaneously arise. These actually performed and mentally imagined light offerings, the manifestations of one's own innate awareness, the Dharmakaya. These clouds of offerings equal the infinite sky. I'm offering to all the gurus and the 3 rare sublime ones, and to all statues, stupas, and scriptures, all of which are manifestations of the Guru. I have accumulated infinite merit by having generated bodhicitta, having made charity to the sentient beings, and having made the actual light offerings to the Guru, Triple Gem, and to all holy objects of the 10 directions. Due to this merit, whomever I promise to pray, whose name I receive to pray for, and whoever prays to me, principally servants, benefactors, and disciples, as well as all remaining sentient beings, living and dead, may the rays of the light of the 5 wisdoms completely pure all the degenerated vows and samayas right now. May all the suffering of the evil gone realm cease right now. May the 3 realms of samsara be emptied right now. May all impure minds and their obscurations be purified. May all impure appearances be purified. And may the 5 holy bodies and wisdom spontaneously arise. So now the 14 marvelous great offerings. Flowers grown on land or water, not possessed by gods or others in this or another place, I present to you, chief of sages. Every excellent tree in this or another place, gods and others, marvelous incense, I present to you, chief of sages. Light from dazzling noble gems are produced from shining trees, or from suns and moons, and so sent out to all paths I offer. Perfume from fine, fragrant trees in this or another place, I send out to every region and present to you, Lord of sages. Sending out clouds of the finest offerings, seas of jewel nature, jewel mountains, and so forth. To all regions I'll make offerings. Troops of on to play and pleasure, laughing, graceful, and so forth, the most joyful anywhere, I'll send out to every region. Sources of adornments, clothes, and so on, like wish-granting trees, I, reciting Vajra mantras, offer unto all the Buddhas, generating bodhicitta for all sentient beings' sake, sending it to every region, I'll make offering to all the Buddhas. Through my offering of perfection of giving, may all sentient beings achieve wealth and abundance. May their happiness lack nothing. Let all beings be established in their vows and bodhicitta. I'll send everywhere the claiming of great faults like violence. May the suffering of malice, fear, and other things be calmed. May yoginis in friendliness practice Dharma selflessly. Let me not reach Buddhahood till samsara meets its end. May all sentient beings too practice with such energy. Let all creatures' great defilements such as greed be pacified. Let all beings undistracted be possessed of the four dhyanas. Made pure by applying wisdom, great wisdom of Buddha's gnosis. Best at cutting suffering, may all beings be pure Buddhas. Offering the long mandala. O Jinkamo Yeom Vajrabhumi Ahu Wanchen Sege Sashi Om Vajrareki Ahu Chi Chari Koigi Koeusu Regal Porira Shalupa Polo Sambuli Nubalancho Chan Chaminyan Ludanupa Nayab Danayab Yodan Damlam Chodro Raminyan Tandraminyan Gita Rinpoche Riwo Pasam Gish Dojayuba Mama Pailoto Kolo Rinpoche Nobo Rinpoche Somo Rinpoche Lompo Rinpoche Lampo Rinpoche Tacho Rinpoche Mapo Rinpoche Techempo Gema trewa ma luma gama metoma dupoma nansama drichama nima dawa rinpochedu chola nampa gawe galsun usulare mi pashon punson sompa masamame pa sangching idu wangwan didan chinchen sawa dangupa Chepa Powdan Lama Dempam Nam Den Kepa Du Name Shaki Galpo Lasso Koden Chepa Nam Lajin Kamuag Tuji Drowe Dondu Jesuso Shene Daso Drawa Magunam Keta Nempe Semten Temchela Tu Sewa Chimpogon Shingilab Tu So Osaji Poki Joshi Mejo Tramri Rabling Shi Nide Gampadi Sange Shindu Meteua Yihjo Kunanda Jila Chopasho Tetalasha Lompeshena Dancer Shintrupe Drona Shatenchi Chitana Badu Shope Sone Washiwa Shingi Latu So Iram Guratna Mandala Kamneya Chayami. So offering the tea. Mamahu, mamahu, mamahu. Lama sa ke lama choji shi lama ke jonte kunki che po lama te la ma nam la cho pa bu.
Special dedication list for harmony and prosperity for CI and CNC, success for all grant applications made by CI, success in finding a qualified housekeeping manager to offer service at the centre, success in finding a qualified and suitable centre director for CI, and another special dedication for Caro to have success in her visa application. May His Holiness the Dalai Lama have a long and healthy life. May all his work for the Tibetan people and peace throughout the world have great success. May all his students and followers be harmonious and gain great realizations. May all his holy wishes be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. May all obstacles to capture Lama Zopa Rinpoche's health and long life be instantly removed. May Rinpoche remain and teach us till samsara ends, and may his and Lama Yeshu's holy wishes be instantly fulfilled. May Tenzin Osal Hita have a long and stable life. May all his wishes be fulfilled, and may its projects be successful. May Khensa Rinpoche, Losang Ridson, Geshe Losang Jangyang, Geshe Punsok Sultrim, and all our precious teachers have good health, success, and long life. May we always meet such infinitely kind teachers who inspire us to enter the Mahayana path and teach us the methods to gain enlightenment. May all the obstacles for building the Maitreya statue be instantly removed. May this great statue be accomplished quickly, according to the holy wishes of Lama Yeshe Kebje Lama Zopa Rinpoche. May all those who rely upon and who have made special requests to Kebje Lama Zopa Rinpoche be free of obstacles for having a long and healthy life. May they be able to achieve all the realizations of the path in this lifetime, and may their activities please the Guru. In all their lives, may they be guided by qualified Mahayana virtuous friends, and may all their Dharma wishes succeed immediately. May all the students and friends who work so hard for the FPMT Center in service of the Dharma, who sacrifice their lives for the Buddha's teachings and to relieve the suffering of sentient beings, have long and healthy lives. May they realize the path to enlightenment as quickly as possible. May all the sponsors and benefactors of Chenrezig Institute, especially the 1,000 Chenrezig members and their families, have long and healthy lives and realize their Dharma wishes quickly. May the Gabi Gabi people whose country at Chenrezig Institute sits have healthy and happy lives, and we pay our respects to the elders both past and present. We pray that the following people are reborn in a pure land or take a perfect human rebirth, meet perfectly qualified Mahayana Guru and Mahayana teachings, and quickly become enlightened. All those who are killed due to war, terrorism, and natural disasters, and all those who have met an untimely death. All those who have died from COVID-19, and all those who have died from the war between Russia and Ukraine. All those who were killed in the Ningchi Tibetan avalanche, and all those killed in the earthquake in Turkey and Syria. To the Sangha, Bhikshumi Tenzin Wangmo, Iberden Bet, Douglas Farmer, Renee Geiger, Puyo Hung Chun, Ki Yu Chin, Edel Wignell, Don Hill, Suzanne Lee, Jonathan Lawrence Compton, Abby Sabaskato, Chen Yun Hung, Peter Weinhardt, Kristen Clark, Nettleton Gertes, Susan Ansfield, David Crosby, Richard McDonald's, Marco Rocciololi, Vajrasuri, David Williams, Louis Pablo Pomaturo Orquin, Van Mohan Reddy, William Michaels, Dave Queen, Frederick Nasser, Brian Arthur Sode, David Williams, Sigrid Zeta Storm, Gungar, David Williams, Che Lin Ching, Cortius Evers, Jing Shun Lang, Monica Dowling, Mart Fittier, John Richards, Jack Owens, Richard Arthur Limett, Anne Kyo Winberg, Dalton Nugget, Orsa Irving Collin, Jennifer Winslow Omsled, Michael Cameron Inns, James Jenkins, Gloria Anna Larson, Mrs. Denise Karutochoa, Ray Mandel Goodwin Carlos, Valerie Shaw, Janet Bolton, Nok Dutran, John Grant, Naomi Childers, Yoko Amasatu, Oeki Chingmik, Bat Bold, Maria Dominguez Belgas, Margaret Degova, Laurie Newman, Therese Raholt, Barry McCann, Leotina, Maria Schroeder, Wan Chuk, Jacob Brand, Wan, Baby, Lim Lu Lung, Marianne Bull, Vivian Atalakali, Jane Mark Polchin, Kusan Chokuga, Lynn Miller, David Wosing, Amelia Pinchino, Johnny Ku Kai Chi, Kalam Shamai, Jing Pinju, Lap Loki Lan, Po Panku, Matthew Warden, Christine Izzet, Alistair McPhail, Jean Dennison, Grace Harding, Baroga Larigana, Peter Bauer, Kelly Fan, Alice Shepherd, Kelly Mag, Abby Cho, Bill McGee, Ning Chun, Che Xiang Tong, Bernard Lee Johnson, Bruce Lee Matheson, Gary McCashin, Ronald Sig, Leslie Hewitt, Renate Brohinger, Abby Cho Tin Fung, David Smith, Wendy Walsh, Anita Marshall, Tan Yuling, Sindhu Koraganka, Margaret Gibson, Annette McGuinness, Mercedes Garcia Shrillo, Gillian Chan, Pamrik Lan, Mark Lewis, Ong Kyun Jun, Graham Javis, Alistair Collins, Linda Harris. We also pray for a perfect human rebirth for the following animals: all those killed during gardening, cleaning, and other activities at the centre: Muffin the cat, Snake at McMillan, Darren the dog. We make prayers to the deities of the elements and for the following people with health and life obstacles: all those affected by COVID-19, all those affected between the war between Russia and Ukraine, all asylum seekers in detention, all those being cared for by Karuna and Chidamani hospices, all those affected in the earthquake in Turkey and Syria. John McRae, Christina Russo, Renata Ogilvie, Clarice and Ricky Lokovich, Taniana Durovic, JC Keeley, Rose Linwood, Alana Miles, Lena Miles, Gary and Dale Ryan, Ernest Nichols, Lou Lapso, Lam Lowe, Leon Lowe, Jenny Grimshaw, Hugh Miller, James Bruce, Marilyn Barnes, Gillian Hill, Harry Solom, John Mash, Rosette Shaw, Justin Marshall, Trudy, Judith French, Mike French, David George, Lance Prudy, Joe Turnbull, Ali Thomas, Godfrey Gilmore. We also make prayers for the following animals who are unwell: all animals in Australian Zoo and Wildlife Hospital, all animals facing slaughter, exportation, and exploitation, all animals caught in bushfires, floods, and droughts. Shari the cat. May the hearts of people throughout the world be filled with tolerance, understanding, and compassion for each other. May the leaders of nations recall their responsibility for the well-being of their citizens, ensuring that their actions are guided by wisdom, courage, and compassion. May all those who are experiencing pain, fear, and devastation as a result of war, terrorism, and natural disasters be instantly relieved of their sufferings. And we pray that peace, happiness, and harmony prevail throughout the 10 directions where all sentient beings dwell.
So we'll start back on page 26. So offerings: greeting water pools from seas of learning, flowers of virtue, incense, clouds of morals, lamps of wisdom, perfume, lakes of faith, best ambrosial foodstuffs of samadhi, sounding cymbals of melodious praise, raised umbrellas, banners, flags around, of compassion, judgment, and quick wits, decorate my bodied, storied palace. This I offer, Dharma Lords, to you, steadfastly abiding in the broad petaled lotus drop amidst my heart. I request with truly longing mind, may it always please the world's gurus, may it always please the kings of Dharma, so that henceforth until Bodhi, your compassion's hook will sustain me. May an offering in faith please accept it and inspire me. Confession. With folded hands, I beseech the fully awakened, present in all directions, and the greatly compassionate bodhisattvas, whatever non-virtue I, a brute, have committed or caused others to commit in this life and others throughout the beginningless cycle of existence, and anything in which I have deludedly rejoiced, thereby harming myself, That transgression I confess, overcome by remorse. Whatever offence I have committed out of disrespect with my body, speech, and mind against the three jewels, against mothers and fathers, and against spiritual mentors and others. And whatever terrible vices I, a wrongdoer, defiled with many faults, have done, O guides, I confess them all. How shall I escape it? Rescue me quickly. May death not soon creep up on me before my vices have vanished. Death does not differentiate between tasks done and undone. This traitor is not to be trusted by the healthy or the ill, for it is an unexpected great thunderbolt. I have committed various vices for the sake of friends and enemies. This I have not recognized. Leaving everyone behind, I must pass away. My enemies will not remain, nor will my friends remain. I shall not remain, nothing will remain. Whatever is experienced will fade to a memory. Like an experience in a dream, everything will not be seen again. Even in this life, as I have stood by, many friends and enemies have passed away, but terrible negativities induced by them remain ahead of me. Thus, I have not considered that I am ephemeral. Due to delusion, attachment, and hatred, I have committed many night our lifespan unceasingly diminishes, and there is no adding on to it. Shall I not die then? Although lying here on a bed and relying on relative, I alone have to bear the feeling of being cut off from my vitality. For a person seized by the messengers of death, what good is a relative and what good is a friend? At that time, merit alone is a protection, and I have not applied it to myself. O protectors, I, a negligent and unaware of this danger, have acquired many vices out of attachment to this transient life. One completely languishes while being led today to have the limbs of one's body amputated, parched with thirst and pitiable eyes. One sees the world differently. How much more is one overpowered by the horrifying appearances of the messengers of, as one is consumed by the fever of terror and smeared with a mass of excrement. With distressed glances, I seek protection in the four directions. With good person will my protection be this great fear. Seeing the four directions devoid of protection, I return to confusion. What shall I do in that state, O great fear? Refuge to the protectors of the world, whose power is great, to the genus who strive to protect the world and who eliminate every fear. Likewise, I earnestly go for refuge to the Dharma that is mastered by them and that annihilates the fear of the cycles of existence, and to the assembly of the bodhisattvas as well. Trembling with fear, I offer myself to Samantabhadra, and of my own will I offer myself to Mandragosha. Terrified, I utter a mournful cry to the protector Avalokita, whose conduct overflows with and that he may protect me, a wrongdoer. Seeking protection, I earnestly invoke noble Akashagarbha, Kasidigarbha, and all the compassionate ones. I bow to Vajri, upon the slight of whom the messengers of and other malevolent beings flee in terror to the four directions. After neglecting your counsel in terror, I go for refuge. Now, as I face this fear, swiftly remove my fear. Even one frightened by a fleeting illness would not disregard the physician's advice. How much more so one afflicted by the 404, of which just one can annihilate all people living in Jambudvipa, and for which a medicine is not found in any region. If I disregard the counsel of the omniscient physician who removes every pain, shame on me, extremely deluded one that I am. If I stand very attentive even on a smaller cliff, then how much more so on an enduring chasm of 1,000 leagues? It is inappropriate for me to be at ease, thinking just today death will not arrive. The time when I will not exist is inevitable. Who can give me fearlessness? How shall I shall certainly not exist. Why is my mind at ease? What of value has remained with me from earlier experiences, which have disappeared and engrossed in which I counsel of spiritual mentors? Upon forsaking my relatives and friends in this world of the living, alone I shall go elsewhere. What is the use of all my friends and enemies? In that case, only this concern is appropriate for me at night. How shall I surely escape suffering on account of that non-virtue? Whatever vice, whatever natural and whatever misdeed by prohibition, I, an ignorant fool, have accumulated, terrified of suffering, all this I confess, standing with folded hands in the presence of the protector and bowing repeatedly. May the guides be aware of my transgressions together with my iniquity. O protect us, may I not commit this evil again. Whatever, rejoicing, whatever merits all conquerors, Buddha children, pratikas, Aryas, and past training, and worldly beings have throughout the 10 directions, I rejoice in all of them. All you lights of the world of the 10 directions who have awakened to Bodhi and realized non-attachment, I urge all you protectors to turn the unsurpassed wheel of Dharma. Those who wish to demonstrate Nirvana, I request with folded palms to say, for eons as many as the atoms of their lands, for all beings' happiness and welfare. Whatever little virtue I have gathered from prostrating, offering, confessing, and rejoicing, urging and requesting, I dedicate it all toward awakening. So now we'll recite the Shakyamuni Buddha mantra. Visualize it a stream of golden light, the essence of which are the excellent qualities of the Buddha's body, speech, and mind, descend from the Buddha's heart and flows into you and into all the sentient beings around you through the crown of your head. These infinite good qualities permeate every part of you. Concentrate on this blissful experience of receiving the blessing and inspiration of the Buddha while reciting the mantra. So we'll recite 3 together and then we'll continue the mala quietly to ourselves. Taya ta o muni muni maha munaya soha. 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 Taya ta muni 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 taya ta muni muni. Taya ta muni muni maha munaya soha. So dismissing the merit field. Great compassionate lords, it is good that you benefit us and all sentient beings, but please go miraculously with your retinues to your respective lands. So prayers for the flourishing of the doctrine. Homage to 7 Buddha heroes for passion, Sikhin and Visabha, Krikanchanda, Kanakamuni, Kashyapa, and Gautama Shakyamuni. Through the hardships I've endured, formerly for being's sake, and through my renouncing pleasure, may the doctrine flourish long. Since I've given my livelihood for the sake of sick people, so protecting needy beings, may the doctrine flourish long. Through my giving son and daughter, wife, wealth, jewels, elephant, and my chariot for awakening, may the doctrine flourish long. Through my giving honor to Buddhas and Pradika Buddhas, hearers, parents, and ascetics, may the doctrine flourish long. Through my tasting diverse sufferings for many millions eons, seeking learning for awakening, may the doctrine flourish long. Through my long-kept morals, vows, and penances of worship of Buddhas of the 10 directions, may the doctrine flourish long. always firm, outshining others through past energy I've had for all sentient beings saving. May all doctrine flourish long. Through my bravely keeping patience, always bearing evil beings in decline of beings and klesha, may the doctrine flourish. My practicing samadhis, many as Gandhi, Sands, and Dhyanas, liberation, formless trances, may the doctrine flourish long. Through my past austerities kept in woods for gnosis' sake, and teaching many treatises, may the doctrine flourish long. Through my giving up my flesh, blood, and life because of love, and giving limbs and minor parts, may the Dharma's method prosper. Through my pastful, loving ripening of the sinful, fixing them in the triple vehicle, may the best gift grammar grow. Through my saving beings from wrong views to establish them in right view, once I've method and wisdom, may the Dharma prosper. Through my freeing beings from klesh's fire, the four attractions, the subduing, growing evil, may my followers stay long. Through my saving Tertikas from the flood of other views, fixing them in right view, may my followers be faithful always. May the doctrine flourish long. That the Dharma King Tsongkhapa's Dharma method may prosper. Let all adverse signs be stilled and good conditions be complete. Thanks to my and others joined two collections of the three times, may the doctrine of the conqueror, Losang Drakpa, flourish long. So the King of Prayers. Bow down to the youthful Arya Manjushri, you lions among humans gone to freedom in the present, past, and future, and the worlds of 10 directions. To all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy of aspiration for the bodhisattva way, with a sense of deep respect, and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to all you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every atom of Buddhas, numberless as atoms, each amidst a host of bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. With infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence and celebrate all of you gone to bliss. Beautiful flowers and regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and Paris, sparkling lights and sublime incense are offered to you, victorious ones. Fine dress and fragrant perfume, sandalwood powder heaped high as Mount Meru. All wondrous offerings in spectacular array I offer to you, victorious one. With transcendent offerings, peerless and vast, profound admiration for all the Buddhas, strength and conviction in the bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious. Every harmful action I have done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and confusion, all these I openly lay bare before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all positive attention of the Buddhas and bodhisattvas in 10 directions, of solitary realizers here are still training and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You who are the bright lights of worlds in 10 directions, who have attained a Buddhist omniscience through the stages of awakening, all you who are my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request you who may actualize parinirvana, please stay with us for eons numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight positive potential I may have created by paying homage, offering and acknowledging my fault, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddhas stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for full awakening. May you Buddhas now living in the worlds of 10 directions, and all you gone to freedom in the past accept my offering. May those not yet arisen quickly perfect their mind, awakening us fully enlightened one. May all worlds in 10 directions be entirely pure and vast. May they be filled with bodhisattvas surrounding Buddha gathered beneath the Bodhi tree. May as many beings as exist in 10 directions be always well. May all samsaric beings live in accord with the Dharma, and may their every Dharma wish, remembering my past lives in all varieties of existence, may I practice the bodhisattva way, and thus in each cycle of death, migration, and birth, may I always abandon the householder's life. Then following in the footsteps of all the Buddhas and perfecting the practice of a bodhisattva, may I always act without error or compromise, with ethical discipline, faultless and pure. May I teach the Dharma in the language of gods, in every language of spirits and nag, of humans and of demons, and in the voice of every form of being. May I be gentle-minded, cultivating the 6 parameters, and never forget bodhicitta. May I completely cleanse without omission every negative and all that obscures this awakening mind. May I traverse all my lives in the world free of karma, afflictions, and interfering force. Just as the lotus blossom is undisturbed by the water's wave, just as the sun and moon move unhindered through the sky, may I ease the suffering in the lower realms and in the many directions and dimensions of the universe. May I guide all wanderers in samsara to the pure bliss of awakening and be of worldly benefit to them as well. May I practice constantly for eons to come, perfecting the activities of awakening, acting in harmony with the various dispositions of beings, showing the ways of a bodhisattva. May I always have the friendship of those whose path is like mine, and with body, words, and also may we practice together the same aspirations and activities. May I always meet a spiritual mentor and never displease that excellent friend who deeply wishes to help me and expertly teaches the bodhisattva. May I always directly see the Buddhas, masters encircled by bodhisattvas, and without pause or discouragement for eons to come, may I make extensive offerings to them. May I hold within me the Buddha's genuine Dharma, illuminate everywhere the teachings that awaken, embody the realizations of a bodhisattva, and practice idly in all future eons. While circling through all states of existence, may I become an endless treasure of good quality, skillful means, wisdom, samadhi, and liberating stabilization, gathering limitless pristine wisdom and positive potential. On one atom I shall see Buddha fields numberless as atom, inconceivable Buddhas among bodhisattvas in every field, practicing the activities of awakening. Perceiving this in all directions, I dive into an ocean of Buddha fields, each an ocean of 3 times Buddhas in the space of a wisp of hair. So I too will practice for an ocean of eons. Thus I am continually immersed in the speech of the Buddhas, the expression that reveals an ocean of qualities in one word, completely pure eloquence of all the Buddhas, communication suited to the varied tendencies, strength of understanding. I plunge into the infinite enlightened speech of the Dharma of all Buddhas in 3 times gone, who continually turn the wheel of Dharma methods. I shall experience in one moment such vast of all future eons, and I will enter into all eons of the 3 in but a fraction of a second. In one moment, those awakened beings, past, present, and future, lines among humans, and with the power of the illusion-like stabilization, I will constantly engage in their inconceivable activity. I shall manifest upon one single atom the array of pure lands, present, past, and future. Likewise, I shall enter the array of pure Buddha in every direction without exception. I shall enter the very presence of all my God, world yet to appear, those sequentially turning the wheels of complete awakening, those who reveal nirvana, final perfect peace. May I achieve the power of swift magical emanation, the power to lead to the great vehicle through every approach, the power of always beneficial activity, the power of love pervading all realms, the power of all surpassing positive potential, the power of supreme knowledge unobstructed by discrimination, and through the powers of wisdom, skillful means, and samadhi, may I achieve the perfect power of awakening, purifying the power of all contaminated action, crushing the power of disturbing emotions at their root. Interfering forces, I shall perfect the power of the bodhisattva practice. May I purify an ocean of worlds. May I free an ocean of being. May I clearly see an ocean of Dharma. May I realize an ocean of pristine wisdom. May I purify an ocean of activity. May I fulfill an ocean of aspirations. May I make offerings to an ocean of Buddhas. May I practice without discouragement for an ocean of eons. To awaken fully through this bodhisattva way, I shall fulfill without exception all the diverse aspirations of the awakening practice of all Buddhas gone to freedom in the 3 times everywhere. In order to practice as the wise one called Samantabhadra, all-embracing good, the elder brother of the sons and daughters of the Buddhas, I completely dedicate all this goodness. Likewise, may I dedicate just as skillful Samantabhadra, with pure body, speech, and mind, pure actions, and pure Buddha fields. I should give rise to the aspirations of Manjushri for this bodhisattva practice of all embracing good, to perfect these practices without discouragement or pause in all future eons. May my pure activities be endless, my good qualities boundless, and through abiding in immeasurable activity, may I actualize infinite emanations. Limitless is the end of space, likewise limitless are living beings, thus limitless are karma and affliction. May my aspirations reach be limitless as well. One may offer to the Buddhas all wealth and adornments of infinite worlds in 10 directions, and one may offer during eons numberless as atoms of the world, even the greatest happiness of gods and humans. By whoever hears this extraordinary aspiration and longing for highest awake, gives rise to faith just once, creates far more precious positive potential. Those who make this heartfelt aspiration for the Bodhisattva way will be free of all lower rebirths, free of harmful companions, and will quickly see Amitabha, infinite light. And even in this very human life, they'll be nourished by happiness and have all conducive circumstances. Without, they'll become like Samantabhadra himself. Those who give voice to extraordinary aspiration will quickly and completely purify the 5 boundless harmful actions created under the power of ignorance. Blessed with supreme knowledge, excellent body, family attributes, and they will be invincible to vast interfering forces and misleading teachers, and all the 3 worlds will make offerings, going quickly to the noble Bodhi tree and sitting there to benefit sentient beings, subduing all interfering forces. They'll fully awaken and turn the great wheel of Dharma. Have no doubt that complete awakening is a fully ripened result, comprehended only by a Buddha, of holding in mind by teaching, reading, or reciting aspiration that practice, in order to train just like the hero who knows reality as it is, and just like Samantabhadra, and completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did. With that dedication, which is praised as greatest by all Buddhas gone to freedom in the 3, I too dedicate all my roots of goodness for the attainments of the Bodhisattva practice. When the moment of my death arrives, by eliminating all obscuration and directly perceiving Amitabha, may I go immediately to Sukhavati, pure land of great joy. Having gone to Sukhavati, may I actualize the meaning of these aspirations, fulfilling them all without exception for the benefit of beings for as long as this world endures. Born from an extremely beautiful superlative lotus, in this joyful land, the Buddha's magnificent mandala, may I receive a prediction of my way directly from the Buddha Amitabha. Having received a prediction there, may I create vast benefit for beings throughout the 10 directions with 1,000,000,000 emanations by the power of wisdom. Through even this small virtue I've accumulated by offering this prayer of the Bodhisattva practice, may all the positive aspirations of beings be fulfilled in an instant. Through creating limitless positive potential by dedicating this prayer of Samantabhadra's deeds, may all beings drowning in this torrent of suffering enter the presence of Amitabha. Through this king of aspirations, which is the greatest of the sublime, helping infinite wanderers in samsara, through the accomplishment of this scripture, dazzling as Samantabhadra's practice, may suffering realms be utterly emptied of all beings. Auspicious verses. Highest, best teacher, greatest of the great, Son, Lord of Dharma, conqueror, through inspiration, quell harmful foes, the maras and all kinds of hindrance, day and night be our auspicious seat of prosperity. Highest, best Dharma of true reality, nectar of true Dharma truth, through your inspiration, free us from faults. Let our good collections develop, day and night be our auspicious seat of prosperity. Sangha, shining splendor of precious qualities, Buddha children, true help, through your inspiration, quell our defilements and suffer the foes that torment us, day and night be our auspicious seat of prosperity. Giving charity, keeping morality, practice of patience, undertaking energy, concentration, realizing true mode of being, let us here and now have the blessing of these 6. The dedications. Kewadihinu Juja Lama Sange Jugune Jowa Chika Malupa Dehi Sala Gopasho Jantu Sem Chorim Poshe Ma Ke Panam Ke Guchi Ke Panam Pa Me Payam Gon E Gon Ju Pewasho. Due to these infinite merits, may whatever suffering of sentient beings have ripened upon me right now, may whatever happiness and virtue I've including all the realizations of the path and the highest goal of enlightenment, be received by each hell being, predator, animal, human, Asura, and Sora right now. May the precious sublime thought of enlightenment, the source of all success and for myself and all other sentient beings, be generated without even a second's delay. May that which has been generated increase more and more without degeneration. Due to all the merits of the 3 times collected by me, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and all other sentient beings, which are empty from their own side, may the I, which is empty from its own side, achieve enlightenment, which is empty from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are empty from their own side to that enlightenment by myself alone. Whatever white virtues I have thus created, I dedicate as enabling me to uphold the holy Dharma of scriptures and insight, and to fulfill without exception all the prayers and deeds, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 3 times. By the force of this merit in all my lives, may I never be parted from Mahayana's 4 spheres, and may I reach the end of my journey along the path, renunciation, bodhicitta, pure view, and the 2 stages. So having dedicated in this way, if you accumulated infinite merit, so rejoice in your heart, rejoicing over and over. And special dedication prayers. With Lama Tsongkhapa as our direct guru in all future lifetimes, may I, family, and all other sentient never be separated from the complete pure path praised by all victorious ones. Due to the merits of myself and others, may the victorious teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa Losdrubha flourish for a long time, and may all the centers and projects of the FPM immediately receive all the conditions necessary to serve and spread these teachings. May all obstacles be pacified, FPMT organization in general, and the meditation centers in particular, all our activities to preserve and spread the Dhamma, particularly Lama Tsongkhapa's teaching, cause these teachings to continue without degeneration and to spread in the minds of all sentient beings. May those who have sacrificed their lives to benefit others through this organization have long, healthy lives. May all their activities please the virtuous friend. In all their lives, may they always be guided by perfectly qualified Mahayana virtuous friends, and may all their wishes succeed immediately in accordance with the holy Dharma. Kang ri ra we ko we jin kam de pandan de wa ma lu shu wen he chen re si wan ten sing gan so sha pe si te ba du chen gu chi Tony in che shun tu shu pa la che che sa ze gan chan chan jo go cha na pa mo chen sing gan so So de so she don lo ju shu tu so shan jim sham going ka wei tan jing ko pe wei kun so do po se cho sum ko wei le man tu ju pa da so du she Gone to shop ten shu. Midsummer. Me te we te chen chen me si. Dream me kempe wan po shampaya. Gan chen kepe sun gen son kapa. Lo san tra pe sha bla so ad me te we te chen chen re si tre me kem pe wan po sham pa ya kan chen ke pe so gen son ka pa lo san tra pe Shabla soad me te we te chen chen resi tre me kempe wan po jampaya kan chen kepe son gen son kapa Los andrape shabla soade. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if we can have a volunteer to wash up the cups, that'd be wonderful. Thank you.